Greetings, lords of matter, guardians of the earth's depths, and the zodiac's chief bankers. You're those who feel the weight of gold, even with your eyes closed. Your essence is density, quality, centuries-old oak, and heavy velvet. But right now, a draft is blowing through your monumental empire. You feel it physically, an unpleasant chill that drags down your legs, even if you're sitting in the most sheltered chair. This isn't the weather. It's a metaphysical leak. The density of your resource is declining. Money, which should be settling in layers in your vaults, turns to sand and slips through your fingers. Food loses its flavor, sleep brings no rest, and familiar comforts become irritating, as if silk sheets have suddenly become sandpaper. The universe has activated the process of erosion. Your financial soil is eroding. You can work like oxen, but the results are not materializing. Somewhere in the hull of your ship, there's a hole. An invisible hole into which your life force, luck, and cash are whistling away. And if you think this is temporary turbulence, you're making a fatal mistake. This is a systemic failure in the channel for receiving benefits. Space demands payment of bills you forgot about, or the closing of energy holes you've been covering up with beautiful rugs for years. The astrological mechanics of the moment are critical. Your ruler, Venus, is entering a zone of severe karmic turbulence. Celestial mechanics make January 5th a point of no return. This is the financial event horizon. Before this date, space is still malleable like warm clay. You can patch up the cracks. But after January 5th, the clay will harden and turn into reinforced concrete. If a crack remains in this concrete, it will remain there all year, turning into an abyss under the pressure of Saturn. The planets are configuring a debt funnel. Anything not closed by then will be taken from you with interest. If you don't take concrete closing action by January 5th, you risk spending the entire year in a state of severe shortage. The energy of abundance will bypass your home. The main danger now is your own nature, your infamous inertia. This trap is called the illusion of stability. You look at your reserves and think, I have enough stability, I'll wait it out, I don't want to fuss. You want to lie down on the couch and pretend the problem doesn't exist. You hate sudden movements and urgency. You think that if you sit quietly, the storm will pass. This is a lie. At this moment, your stasis is your death. While you wait it out, the vortex widens. Inaction is now more expensive than the riskiest investment. The universe is testing you. Are you a lazy rentier squandering your inheritance, or an emperor ready to defend his borders? On January 5th, the gas station will close. Either you patch up the tank now, or you'll go into the new year empty. We're descending into the basement of your psyche, where you store your most valuable assets and deepest fears. To understand the mechanics of the whole, you must understand the nature of your element. Taurus is earth. It's arable land. It's fertile soil. Your strength lies in accumulation and retention. You are a natural accumulator of the zodiac's energy. But this gift has a dark side. You don't know how to let go. You hold on to everything. Old receipts, old grudges, broken things just in case, outlived relationships and commitments. You think this is hoarding, but the universe sees it as stagnation. Imagine a high-end wine cellar where the ventilation system has broken down. The air becomes stale, mold appears on the walls, and the precious wine turns to vinegar. What you so carefully guarded begins to rot from the inside, poisoning the entire space around you. This is exactly what is happening now with your financial channel. A hole isn't something stolen from you. It's something you didn't pay back on time. The energy of money requires circulation. When Taurus turns into a hoarder, the flow stops. Water that doesn't flow turns into a swamp. Right now, Saturn, the great inspector of karma, is looking at your accounts and seeing blood clots. An unpaid traffic fine you forgot about. 1,000 rubles you owe a friend that seems like a trifle. A promise to buy a gift you didn't keep. A subscription to a service you don't use but can't bear to cancel. For you, these are trivial matters, grains of sand. For the universe, they're stones blocking a river. The pressure in the pipe is rising, and on January 5th, the pipe will burst. You'll lose not 1,000, but 100,000. The law of balance will take back the surplus you've been holding on to, but with a hefty late fee. Physically, this process is felt through your most vulnerable area, the throat and neck. Taurus rules the throat chakra, Vishuddha, These days, you may feel an inexplicable lump in your throat, a scratchy feeling, a loss of voice, or a stiff neck, as if you've been put under a tight collar or yoke. Your body is literally screaming, "I'm being suffocated." This is the psychosomatic manifestation of greed and fear of loss. You're contracting, trying to hold on to material things, blocking your own blood flow. Also, pay attention to your thyroid gland. It's working overtime right now. Try to process the toxins of stagnant energy. If you're having difficulty swallowing, know that you've swallowed a grudge or debt that needs to be spit out immediately. We're beginning Operation General Wealth Cleaning. Your goal is not to earn money, but to cleanse it. You must approach this process with the cold, ruthlessness of a surgeon removing gangrene. Compassion for things or money is unacceptable now. Action 1. Vampire Hunt. Open your banking apps. Review your charge history for the year. Find all the subscriptions, auto payments, and fees that are draining your money for services that bring you neither joy nor benefit. Disable them ruthlessly, even if it's just 100 rubles a month. The key isn't the amount, it's stopping the drain. You must tell the universe, "I value my resources and won't let them leak away." Action 2. Returning someone else's. Think about whether you have any items at home that don't belong to you. A book you borrowed 6 months ago, a neighbor's tool, an ex-partner's jacket. These items are now emitting radioactive waste. They're not yours. They're taking the place of your new wealth. Return them to their owners by January 5th. If you can't return them, throw them out or donate them to charity. Clean the area. Fighting Taurus's greatest fear, the fear of poverty. When you start paying off debts or throwing out junk, you're hoarding brain panics. "I'll give this money away now, and I'll have less. What if I use this old microwave at the dacha in 10 years? This is the voice of poverty. This is the voice of scarcity thinking, which has led you to a dead end. You must reverse this mental construct. Tell yourself, "I'm not spending, I'm investing in my freedom. I'm not throwing away, I'm making room for a gold bar." Imagine you're a farmer. You can't plant a new crop while the field is littered with last year's rotten tops. You need to plow the soil. Yes, the field will look black and empty now, but it's precisely this blackness that is the key to future abundance. The most dangerous category is emotional debt. Taurus remembers everything. You remember who didn't give you love, who underestimated you. You carry these grievances like heavy stones in a backpack, and this backpack weighs you down, preventing you from straightening your shoulders. Before January 5th, you need to perform an act of forgiveness. Not for those people, they may not deserve it. For yourself, for the sake of removing this liability from your balance sheet. Resentment is an expensive luxury. It drains your energy faster than a mining rig's electricity. Write down the names of your debtors, emotional and financial, from whom it's no longer possible to collect, on a piece of paper and burn a list. Write off these losses. Recognize them as irreparable. As soon as you do this, you'll feel air entering your lungs for the first time in a long time. You stop being a collector of your own past. Now you are ready to embrace the future. Let's move on to the most intense, material part of the process. We're working with matter, and matter doesn't understand abstractions. It requires concrete, physical action. For Taurus, money isn't numbers on a smartphone screen. It's flesh, it's blood, it's the equivalent of your life force. Now we'll be reviving your cash flow. Your wallet isn't an accessory. It's an altar where gifts are received. And what state is your temple in? If it's full of old receipts, candy wrappers, business cards of people you don't remember, and torn bills, you've created a garbage dump, not a repository. Money is high-frequency energy. It doesn't thrive in filth. The energy of abundance is squeamish. Like a dear guest, it won't enter a house that smells of old age and hopelessness. Action 1. Wallet audit. Empty the entire contents onto the table. Absolutely everything. Receipts are the corpses of money. This is evidence that the energy has been lost. Keeping receipts in your wallet means storing the energy of loss. Throw them away immediately. Keep only bank cards, cash, and perhaps a talisman. Loyalty cards from stores you haven't visited in years. Throw them in the trash. They make noise. The bills themselves should be laid out flat, in ascending order, facing you. Respect the hierarchy of denominations. Smooth out the corners. If there are dirty or torn bills, spend them or exchange them at the bank first. Your wallet should contain only crisp energy. If your wallet itself is old, worn, with holes, or a broken zipper, it's a disaster. It's like a leaky bucket in which you're trying to carry water. Buy a new one before January 5th. Let it cost you a lot. Let it be high-quality leather. The smell of new leather is a pheromone for money. You should pick it up and feel, I am rich. Act 2. The Golden Stopper Ritual. You need to physically plug a debt hole. Choose one debt. It could be a credit card, a debt to a friend, or even rent. If you can't pay it all, which is natural, choose the smallest debt or make an early payment, even if it's just a symbolic amount above the required payment. The key isn't the math of repayment, but the direction of movement. When you only pay the required interest, you're a slave to the system, feeding the bank's egregore. When you contribute even 100 rubles above the required amount, you seize the initiative. You're telling the universe, I have a surplus. I manage the debt, not at me. Do this with a sense of superiority, not with the regret of parting with the money. This is the golden stopper with which you plug the hole in the ship. Act 3. Tactile therapy. Taurus is a kinesthetic. You need to touch wealth. In the age of digital money, your brain has stopped sensing the weight of a resource. Withdraw a large sum of cash from an ATM, bring it home, place it on the table, and simply count it. Slowly, thoughtfully, listen to the rustle of the paper. Feel the texture of the print with your fingertips. This isn't about Scrooge McDuck's greed. This is about tuning the neural connection I-money. You ground this electrical signal in your body. You must be nourished by the feeling of possession. Feel the calm and heaviness that spreads through your body from contact with a mass of money. This is your battery. Let this amount sit at home overnight. It will prescribe the energy of abundance within the walls of your home. Mental trap of the stage, saving on matches. Now your frightened inner accountant may start whispering, let's buy groceries cheaper on sale. Let's do without high-quality coffee. Stop. This is the poverty trap. Taurus is killed by cheapness. Cheap things destroy your energy because they don't carry the energy of the creator's love, but the energy of the assembly line and economy. Before January 5th, make one, even small, luxury purchase for yourself. It could be a cup of coffee at the most expensive hotel in town. It could be a pair of socks, but made of the finest cotton. It could be a piece of expensive cheese. You must eat or use it with total pleasure. You must show your subconscious the standard of taste. You are telling the universe, look, I'm ready for this level. I belong in the world of luxury. You are raising the bar for what's normal. Money doesn't come to meet needs. It comes to the level of normality. Your task these days is to act as if you already have the million you dream of. Don't spend it. That's foolish, but carry yourself with the dignity and calm it brings. Eliminate fuss. Eliminate the look of a beaten dog. Straighten your shoulders. Walk more slowly. Speak with more weight. Money loves silence and heaviness. Become heavy. Become a magnet. We're approaching the most subtle layer of your financial reality, the ethics of exchange. Taurus is ruled by Venus. Venus isn't just about love and beauty. In the harsh financial world, it's the planet of appraisal. It's your inner pawnbroker who looks at an object or your time and sets a price. And it's here in the settings of your inner appraiser that a catastrophic breakdown has occurred. A hole in your budget often mirrors a hole in your self-esteem. You allow the world to buy you at a discount. Despite your colossal capacity for work and talent for creating matter, you behave like a merchant in an oriental bazaar, panicking and selling gold at the price of jewelry, just to get people to buy something. This period until January 5th requires you to undergo a rigorous asset revaluation. Your most important asset is you. Your time, your energy, your attention. In recent months, you've allowed yourself to experience a dangerous inflation of your personality. You've accepted work for money that offends you. You've helped people who took it for granted. You've been embarrassed to name the real price of your services, afraid the client would leave. You've been undercharging. Remember, in the Taurus universe, undercharging is a mortal sin. When you undercharge, you insult the egregore of money. You're telling the universe, I'm not worth more. And the universe, obedient to your will, cuts your rations. You receive exactly as much as you feel you deserve. Neptune and Saturn are currently highlighting this imbalance. If you feel fatigued beyond your income, this is a sign. You're selling your life at a 90% discount. Instructions: closing the attraction of unprecedented generosity. Right now, before the deadline, you must take the step of raising your stakes. This can be scary. Your inner voice will whisper, "What if they refuse? What if I'm left with nothing?" This is the voice of fear, not reason. If you're employed, initiate a conversation about a raise or bonuses. Or, at a minimum, make a list of reasons why you're worth more and set a date for the conversation. If you're self-employed, raise your prices, at least by 10%, without explanation. You don't have to justify the inflation of your skills. Just rewrite the price tag. You'll be surprised, but the freeloaders will drop off, and thank goodness. They were just draining your energy, and your true clients will stay and respect you more. Expensive wine tastes better. Become that expensive wine. Social hygiene, environmental filter. Look at those around you. Taurus often attracts clingers. These are people who love your resources, your comfort, your laid table, but give nothing in return except their problems and complaints. They use you as a grounding. They pour their negativity on you, knowing that Taurus can handle anything. He's tough. But right now, your land is oversaturated with toxins. You need to close your borders until January 5th. If someone calls to complain, in the conversation, "Sorry, I don't have the resources to discuss this." If someone asks for a loan, energy, or money, affirm "No." You're "No." Now is like a brick you use to plug a hole in the wall. Every time you cut off a parasite, you gain a piece of your fortune. You are not a charity for losers. You are an emperor building his dynasty. And there is no room for random passersby in the emperor's palace. Mental setting for these days: I am scarcity. Stop being available 24/7. Stop responding to messages instantly. Create distance. Gold lies deep in the earth. It must be mined. Make access to yourself a privilege. The harder it is to reach you, the more valuable a minute of your time is. Artificially slow down communication. Let the world wait while you drink your coffee. This creates a field of density and significance around you. Money senses this density and is drawn to it. Money loves those who know their worth and aren't afraid to proclaim it loudly. You should approach the end of this period, January 5th, with the feeling of being in a closed elite club where entry is by invitation only. You've closed the dead holes, you've thrown out the junk, you've cut off the vampires. You've sealed your vessel. Now, and only now, are you ready to receive the flow of abundance that the coming year has in store for you? We move on to the final inauguration. You've accomplished a tremendous amount of work. You stopped entropy from a leaky bucket draining your life force. You've transformed into a sealed, golden vessel. Can you feel the difference? It's a feeling of heaviness in your legs, calm in your solar plexus, and a cool clarity in your head. This is a return to the factory settings of your sign. You've become Earth once again, dense, fertile, capable of accepting and holding any amount of resource. You've cemented the cracks. You've driven out the parasites. You've audited your domain. Now your inner empire is ready for expansion. January 5th isn't just a date on the calendar. It's a gateway, and you approach the opening of this gateway not as a beggar with an outstretched hand, but as an investor ready to invest your energy in growth. Now that the leak has been sealed, we need to place the final magical seal. This action is called securing the result. In the world of Taurus, nothing is complete until it is anchored in matter. Thought is air, words are water, and we need stone. We need an anchor. You must create a physical object that will serve as the gravitational center of your new financial order. This object will emit a vibration of abundance and remind your subconscious that the period of losses is over forever. Ritual: golden anchor of inconvertibility. You will need a yellow metal coin. The denomination is not important, but the color, symbolic of gold, and weight are. It is preferable to use the largest coin in your currency or a coin from another country that you associate with wealth. Step 1. Cleansing. Place the coin in salt for 1 hour. Salt is an earth crystal. It will draw out all foreign energy, all the hands that touched this coin before you. It will reset the history of the metal. Step 2. Charging. Take the cleansed coin in your right hand, the hand that gives an axe. Clench your fist. Feel the metal warm from your body heat. Close your eyes and visualize a dense, golden light flowing through your hand into this coin. You are writing a program onto this medium. This is a seed that will never be spent. This is a magnet that will attract mountains of other coins. Step 3. Placement. Place this coin in a separate, secret pocket of your wallet. Or, if you don't carry a wallet, in the place where you keep your main savings, a safe, a box. Important condition. This coin becomes irredeemable. You must never, under any circumstances, even if it's a matter of life and death, spend it. This is your gold standard. It is your physical guarantee that you will never be empty. As long as you hold this coin, you have money. It is your fulcrum. Now that the anchor has been cast and the floodgates are open, you must declare your new status to the universe. You're no longer a victim of circumstance. You're not the one who patches holes. You are the master who collects tribute from reality. Take a deep breath, smell the scent of money, the scent of good paper, printing ink, and expensive perfume, and straighten your shoulders so that your vertebrae crack as you shed the burden of the past year. Write a manifesto for your new financial reality in the comments. Let these words become the first brick in the foundation of your skyscraper of abundance. Let the universe hear the roar of your intention. Write this phrase: the hole is closed. Gold is in the house.